there's a lot of similarities or comparables to, comparing you to the late Kevin Samuels. Mm-hmm. Was he right or wrong with his criticisms of men and women, or women?
The thing that, I gotta be honest, I did do a show one time. I got wind of Kevin when my show was already started. I was on Instagram. So I started my show April of 2020. I believe he was on YouTube by that time, never heard of him. November of 2020, he had a clip that said average at best that went viral. And then it spilled over to the Instagram world. Mm-hmm. And, this was a big video. And then he started doing lives on Instagram. We actually DM'd each other. I was like, I wanted him to come on my show because by this time I was 6 months in. Mm-hmm. And I started learning oh, there's a pattern to this. Oh, every woman feels as though she qualifies for this. Oh, every man feels as though he qualifies for this type of woman. So I wanted to partner. We did a couple of DMs. We did not connect. I ended up going on his show. This is what I would say. I think there was some truth. I went on his show and I said that. I've always said there was things that he said that I supported. The thing that I do not support is I don't support a woman having a man.
Everyone builds a reputation. You can be the person that shows up or the person that talks big. What kind of reputation do you try to have? Your reputation is built off what you deliver. Rose Sparks is for men that need help getting hard, so they can show up strong when it matters, working fast and showing up when it matters in the bedroom. Guys, see if prescription Rose Sparks is right for you at ro.co/funky. Sparks is a compounded drug product. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and does not go under FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. So, choose Ro today so you can show up strong.
The thing that I do not support is I don't support a woman having a man is better than no man. I would absolutely, Kendra G would tell you, have no man, get your life together, heal, become better before you go out to get another man.
But that's...
No, let me finish this. Okay. And then also I felt as though, because when you say that, it means, and again, this might work. Now, I'm on record saying your dynamic wouldn't work for me, but I can respect if it works for y'all, right? Mm-hmm. But I think it's unfair to do a scare tactic at times when it comes to, well, at least I have a man. Yes, he's doing this. Yes, he might have cheated or whatever the case may be, but at least I have a man. Mm-hmm. No, honey, I would rather have nothing than something that is ruining my life. So that's where I think our messages kind of walked away from. And every man is not, just like every human's not equal, right? Every black woman's not equal. Every white woman, every black man, all those things. But there's some men who feel as though because they're a man, that what they say goes and they can get any woman and they have more value just because they are a man. Doesn't mean I don't want a man. It means okay, you're not the right man. So let me enjoy life, do what I gotta do, become better, and I meet more people.
But then that's where me, throughout my experiences of what I've seen, mm-hmm. that's what get people every single time. That's not the man or that's not the woman for me. And I had my partner, I'm like, bro, I don't want to talk to her. Why you don't want to talk to her? Man, she don't look that good. And I then reiterated and say, what you think she see? Bro, you in some brogans, some old fear of gods. You're not your best version of yourself right now, bro. So you're looking at an expectation of a woman to be fine and dandy, but you also got to see what she sees too.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of unrealistic, delusional people, mm-hmm. and I'm speaking for the men. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dude, you ain't peak, and you won't peak. Mm-hmm. Or you know what comes with this type of woman. So when she says, hey, I need $50,000 to keep my lifestyle up, she's right.
For that woman.
And if you're not willing to pay it, guess what? Somebody is. So you can't say, oh man, she lame as hell for not. Listen, bro, she would not have said it or she would not have acted if somebody wasn't willing to do it.
Exactly.
She's saying like, listen, I'm not no average, or this is what I'm expecting. So either you can provide it or step aside. And dare I speak about women on this, I only can speak about dudes, and dudes can get delusional to the degree where it's like, bro, my boy, come on, dog. Like, there's no way you can shoot your shot at this caliber chick. I see what she see. And I'm straight as ever, but I'm realistic too. I'm gonna take accountability. And I think oftentimes in relationships, people are not realistic. I oftentimes use that same kind of reality. I'm very big in the youth space. I'm very big in giving back my time, the most expensive thing to impacting kids' careers by using football. The thing that I always see high school kids do with their parents is go to an unrealistic school. It's like Georgia, University of Florida, Florida State, Auburn, Alabama, LSU.
This is a sports analogy.
This is a sports analogy.
Okay, so I'm going to be lost here, but I'm following you.
I can make it make sense for
gotcha.
you. These are major Power 4 universities where their budgets exceed 7-8 figures, right? If not more. You're not qualified as the look test to be a typical athlete that will represent that college or university. So why even waste your time? Oh, well, God got to call it. Okay, first off, don't play with my God, all right? And just being realistic, you don't pass the metrics test that most coaches go by. You're 5'8", all right? You're not as fast as you could possibly be that other people have ran before. And they oftentimes use examples. Well, Tyreek Hill ain't that tall. You're not Tyreek Hill. And then now doing that into a relationship, given the comparable, it's like you're not what that person is used to. And understanding that person has experiences that you may not match.
Right.
It doesn't make that person bad. It doesn't make you lesser than. It's just to say, hey, let's try to compare the two. And I'm just specifically talking to my men because it goes both ways. Just women do have expectations. They have preferences. And I love a round of spades and a cigar smoking, that fellowship. And there's, men that are single that's looking for a woman. And, we do have a good mix of different dynamics of people that come through the establishment. And I'm like, who piques your interest? And I'm like, bro, the same girl that you pointed at, 6 other men have already pointed at her.
Right.
It's a competition in surface level form. You may not be able to compete, bruh. And that's not to say she lame. It's just to say you got to step your game up.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So in reality of relationships, when I point it to it and say like that's the issue, it's because a lot of people are expecting better than what they truly are.
Yes, I agree. I feel like on both accords, and I think I actually am happy you used a man's point of view in that statement, because every time when that example is given, it's always given in the woman's point of view of that statement, that the woman wants the guy. I think that what's going on right now is because of social media, we're all in everybody's business. We're in different worlds that we're not in real life, right? So just because you're in the comment section doesn't mean you're in that world, in the real life. And I want to speak from a Black woman, a dark-skinned Black woman. They don't want us to dream big, right? Take what you're given and you should be happy. And we're tired, and I'm doing all that I can to break that narrative. That's why I'm happy you said, that's why I joined the tech space, because I'm tired of, I'm not waiting for the man to provide me with the lifestyle. I'll go provide it for myself. And I would be very happy to do so. And I meet incredible men along the way. I tell my age all the time because to me that's very important. As a 46-year-old woman, yes, there's men still outside. Yes, it's not over. Don't believe what the world is trying to tell you because they're living by the old rules. And I feel as though I would just encourage all people, figure it out for yourself, become the best version of yourself, and then you can attract the best version.
I have to do better with representing women as a whole, and I will.
Right.
And this is a step towards that. And I just find it where that's where I got to get better in 2026. It's like, I know it's not going to take, just voila, here we are.
Right.
But it's going to take time. I ask for grace. I ask for patience, knowing that my specific situations that I've been experienced to, not a lot of people have went through it. And for the people who have went through it, that's their specific situation. And, that's where we are. It's like I came with a lot of baggage.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked you in this. I really liked my experience with you. Yes, people, could you say, hey, get him? That's not my spirit. I like to have conversations to get a better perspective. In a woman's seat, it's one of the reasons why I don't have children if I couldn't marry the guy. Because it's so tough. The baby's forever, right? The baby's forever no matter what. Yeah. And to watch a guy that you potentially have a child with, because men get the grace to, learn better. Like, okay, this didn't work for us, right? And now I'm gonna move on, and now I found someone that works for me. But then it's like, women can't always move as easy, right? They don't have the opportunity to move as easy when they have the children, because now the new guy's gonna be like, oh, okay, how many kids? Oh, so it's like, and then now, and it's like, you're happy because you evolved and you met someone else. Yeah. So I think there needs to be a compassion for women when I say things like, no, I'm not, don't do situationship, because you might get caught up in something that might not be to your benefit. You have all the power right now before you have sex. Find out everything you can. Learn the person. And if you still want to rock with them after you learn them, do your thing, girlfriend. Don't complain, though, if it's something that you thought you didn't want to expect, because I do believe this. One thing I do respect about you is you are who you are at the door. You know what I'm saying? You're not lying. It's all on the table. Do you want to participate or not? And I think that if people are honest with themselves, because I even feel like with red flags, if everybody, women in particular, before it grows into something massive, there's always a sign early that you might have ignored or might have said, oh, this ain't that bad. And then you go on the next ride. And now you in Six Flags, honey. So I think self-accountability, yes. We talk about red flags. Sometimes you in Six Flags with all the rides, eating the cotton candy, passing funnel cake, all of it. But you had an opportunity to leave after ride number 1 and you didn't. So I think another thing that will help is if you see a red flag, retreat. That's what helps me. Now I know myself.
What are red flags?
Anything that doesn't go along with what you want. What's a red flag? Literally, I'm trying to tell you, because I can say red flag for me is you want to date other women. That's not a red flag for some women. Some women are very much fine with that. That doesn't bother me.
Okay, so I love where we at.
Yeah.
What's your non-negotiables?
Non-negotiable is I gotta be able to trust you. I'm in this public figure space.
No.
You said my non-negotiables.
Yeah, you're talking about for you. I'm talking about for the man that you attract.
I don't like goofies. Okay, and sometimes the number one accessory for a goofy is money. This is why I don't subscribe to high value, because a man can have a lot of money, all the things, but still at the core be a goofy, has no substance, not about anything really, and he's covering up with all the accessories. I don't like men who don't respect women and don't respect women in a manner in which, outside of just having kids and just what they can do for them physically. I don't like liars. Don't tell me the truth. Give me the opportunity to make the decision. I'd rather you tell me the truth, and if it doesn't work for me, I can respect that, opposed to you presenting a fantasy, and now I'm in love with a fantasy, right? But I go back to trust. If I can't trust you, that's big for me now. I don't want, my next relationship will not have a social media presence. As I'm growing in what I do in a public figure, girls have groupies too. There's guys that want to be a part of motion. And it's if I date Kendra G, this can help my career. When I was dating, I dated a lot last year. In the first date, I can tell we're not going to have a second date. And in the first date, I knew we wasn't going to have a second date because one thing he said to me was very goofy. And I was like, yeah, I'm not having no more. Then my next relationship, I'm not posting it on social media. He was like, oh, man, that your last guy ruined it for everybody. I said, what are you talking about? You could be very committed. I love the way Issa Rae does it. I love the way Kerry Washington do it. They're both married women. Their social media presence is about their business. Then he literally said to me, but what if we have a child and the YouTube money page could go to the child? You're goofy if you think I'm gonna have a joint YouTube page with you and it's gonna support. No, you're trying to build clout for your brand. I'm not the one, okay? If you wanna hire me as an influencer for something and cut a check, sure. But I'm not having a social media fake life. That's goofy to me. So I'm allergic to goofies.
So, yeah, but there's the question of non-negotiables for you is not a real accurate kind of depiction of a guy. A goofy, it's like...
Well, I don't have an aesthetic requirement.
Okay.
Though. So I don't have it, you don't have to be...
No. I'm not, I'm talking about morally.
Oh, morally.
It's like, what's your non-negotiables morally? Like, could you come into a situation where he has somebody else? Is that something that you're not willing to be?
What do you mean, like he has another girlfriend?
Yes, correct.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm
so
not
that's
number,
what I would have preferred.
That's why when you said earlier, I'm not number two.
That's cool.
Like, I'm not number two. I'm one and only. And if you got a number two somewhere else, you better be the Denzel Washington acting, and I don't need to find out about it. Like, I can't
But
do
you want
that.
him to be honest, though.
Then be honest so I can say I wish you the best and leave.
But
like,
you just say you better be at Denzel Washington.
Well, I'm like, yeah, what I was saying in hindsight is if there's a number two, I don't know about it. And once I know about it, I gotta go.